Welcome everybody to the Smooth Brains podcast with your hosts Justin, Chris, and Danny. How's it been,
What's up,
guys?
everybody?
So guys,
Not too bad, brother. Can't complain. Life's been pretty decent, man.
yeah,
No,
same here.
where'd you go, Chris? I don't know if you noticed, but we had to fill you in with two people because I guess you're that big of a personality.
He's a
Just
central component, all right, of
one
this
one
podcast.
one person is
It
just
really
not
is.
enough. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I hold this whole production up.
It
People's
really
lives
did.
were at stake, all right.
I couldn't feed my family because of you, Chris. I hope you fucking rot in hell.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds like a personal problem though.
The tone in your voice gave it away. You sounded like you did not care. Sure, you like
Yeah, I
in a
didn't.
business suit, like I could be like one of those like stereotypical like homeless people with like the dirty rags, like, sir, please, family, my kids, I need the medicine. You're like, oh, sounds like a
Chris is like, that sounds like a you problem.
yeah. It's like that's a you problem there, buddy.
No,
Oh,
so sorry.
oh, sorry. Um, uh, since you've been gone, Chris, some interesting news has popped up as of late. I don't know if you heard about it. You know, the whole thing with we had to talk about it. The whole thing with Disney and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I don't really feel bad, dude, because okay, look, she could have made 50 million if she just regularly signed on and didn't do that whole ticket sales, whatnot. But she made what? How much? 20 million? I'm like, oh, poor Scarlett. How can she live off only 20 million? You know? So I don't know, man. It's like yeah, you didn't get your 50 million, but you still got 20 million. That's
I
just my
guess
thing.
I think it's also just because of the fact that like I haven't done that much research, but just the like what I do know is that she's suing them because of what you're saying, not making
Yeah.
the money she would have made if they made it specifically theaters. Because I'm not sure how it's worded, like if it's worded as the movie was supposed to hit theaters only,
Yeah.
or it was supposed to
Yeah.
hit.
The thing
And
was, well, like, not to really cut you off, but the thing was, it's because like this was signed like a few years ago, like essentially like when they were pre-production and everything.
yeah,
And essentially, yeah, it was just supposed to be theater, right? It was really specific theater,
Right.
but they didn't update anything throughout the pandemic, and they didn't notify her that it was going to be on Disney Plus for, or
just
well, yeah, essentially
like
like on
launch
Disney
day.
Plus and
Yeah.
everything, yeah, launch day and all that. So in a way, she was kind of completely blindsided by that, you know.
I guess that kind of raises
So
the question, like who is in the right? Because technically speaking, she has a valid case to make. Like, you guys didn't tell me shit. You promised
yeah,
me, but then you did this other thing. But it's also kind of like to your point, and to I feel like the point of many people who are kind of like, they're making so much money off this movie in the first place. What difference does it make? But I don't know. Maybe like to us, it's different to them. Like 20 million.
yeah.
Oh my god, how am I going to sustain my life?
How am I gonna
Like,
pay this $50 million mansion off? Like, well, you should got it's called. You should have been modest, You should have been modest.
I understand what you guys are saying. I would, you know, making $20 million myself. I understand that.
Okay, Chris.
That
Okay. You fucking
See the
you
way it
shit
know,
here.
is.
I understand like
After what
why.
we did for you.
We're the ones that built you, Chris.
Yeah, that was a pass. So
Ah,
Okay.
damn, damn.
I see where our standing is, Chris. I see where our fucking standing
Yeah,
is. Oh,
see the
but
way it is. I see the way it is.
yeah, but sorry. Continue.
um, what I was saying is that I understand like why you guys are like poor, Scarlett making only 20 million instead of 50. I get it, but like, what if it was you, right? And you just lost the potential of earning $30 million.
Yeah.
And so I see it in that way. And like Danny said that like she shouldn't have gotten those points for ticket revenue. But most actors, especially for Marvel movies, they opt for that because they make an average of $1 billion. So the
Yeah.
potential is a lot higher for them to opt into that instead of getting a set salary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, dude,
like
I know. I'm sorry, Justin. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna to like to Chris's point, like it like her like the salary that she was gonna make from this movie was tied to its box office performance. So like to
Yeah.
like if this movie made $1 billion, like she would have got a lot more money
Yeah.
from this movie, which obviously she didn't because the whole pandemic, and this was like the first movie Disney was trying to be like, hey guys, let's go back to theaters.
Yep.
Essentially. Yeah. The thing is, though, see, dude, greed, man. It's greed because she's like, only 50 million? I don't want to make only 50 million. Let's make even more. When for most people, 50 million would last like 10 lifetimes, dude, you know?
I guess
Yeah.
it's also like it's like the like okay. I'm not gonna fuck. I'm gonna sound like such an incel by saying this. Okay, so I'm gonna try to word it specifically, and I don't agree with it. It's like Dr. Dre's wife
Uh-huh.
when she divorced him, she got like I don't know how, like I don't know again I don't know the fucking number, but it's like a bill like almost like half a million. I mean $500 million or
Yeah.
$1 billion from him, and
Mm.
claims that that money is like one of the claims to like why the like she need that like that amount of money was because she was used to a certain lifestyle.
Dude, they always say that. That's literally their
Yeah,
always go to. It's because
I
I'm
know,
already used to this lifestyle. And it's like,
I
wow.
know, I know, but like, hear me out. I think there's a point to be made, like not in Dr. Dre's case, because then she also claims that like I was there when I gave him the idea for Beats. It's like shut the fuck up. Sure you did, but I'll tell you about like in this case with like Scarlett, like she's used to a certain lifestyle. Like say we were multi-millionaires, like the cast of the Avengers, like they're millionaires, right?
Yeah.
If we were gonna make, I don't know, let's say the guys are like, hey man, you're gonna be a star, you're gonna make $100 million opening day. And you're like, oh shit, opening day, I'm gonna make $100 million. Awesome, bet. It comes out, you only make like half of that, maybe less than half, because they're like, oh yeah, we wanted to put it out on DVD and VHS. And it's like, who the fuck gets DVD and VHS now, dude?
VHS.
So you lost your money there because you're like,
You didn't
like
read the fine print.
they didn't like, or not even the fine print. They changed it. They didn't tell him.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you, hey, we're gonna put it on VHS too. So for some reason, we're doing that. I know it's a horrible,
Yeah.
but the point is that like she got blindsided, and like the amount of money she got back from the movie isn't gonna be able to sustain her lifestyle that she currently has. And again, to like, I know I get it. Like,
That's their fault, man.
yeah, I know. Like, she's a multimillionaire. We're like, she can survive, and it's like, yeah, she probably can, but
See, well, that's the thing. They might not because they live in such excess that they need a ton of revenue every single year. They need to make millions and millions every year to keep up that lifestyle.
I also live in
So
LA. That place is
yeah,
fucking expensive.
yeah, oh, literally, dude,
Yeah.
literally.
Like getting a little tiny ass apartment. Like, I remember doing some like light research when I was.
$2,500 a
Nah,
month.
dude, it's crazy. Oh yeah, like a month is yeah. Like some houses that like you look at them, and if you were to go back home, you're like, oh, this is probably like maybe like less than $100,000, maybe $100,000.
Or there it's like 2.5 million.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 million. You're like, what for this fucking shitty place?
Yeah, literally, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a little shack and everything. You're like, how is this 2.5 million?
It's like your neighbors are raccoons, so just be mindful of that. And you're like, okay.
Legit, man.
That's why people from California are moving to Austin because their money's going a longer way.
Yeah. Hey, what's the main political party there in California again?
Look, I get what you're getting because I mean, like, let's be real here. Out of all the states, I mean states, what the fuck? A lot of cities in Texas. I was about to say all the states in Texas. Like Texas is that important.
It's that big.
All the cities in Texas. Um, Austin is the most liberal, like left wing liberal place.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's shitty as hell, right?
Uh, I will say the one thing that like if you move from LA to Austin, like the one thing you're gonna be like, oh, this feels like home is like the amount of homeless people that are living on the street.
Dude, oh my god, dude, California has such a terrible homeless problem, man.
I remember doing a
Terrible.
project for one of my art classes, and
Yeah.
it was like it was like a um I don't know what the word is, but like basically like we communicated with the class from LA, and they talked to us, and we had to do like postcards.
Oh,
Like
like a pen pal sort of thing?
yeah, kind of, but the project was more like what your oh my god, there's a name for it. You know how there's like first person, third person accounts, like news articles, like first hand accounts
Uh-huh.
like that. Like what you personally know of a city, and then like what another person just does research on. So for us, like we got to do two postcards: what we think our home is, and what we think LA is.
Okay, okay. Oh, so like a first
Or
hand account and then like what's it called? Yeah, like first hand account.
second hand. Second hand is it second hand, right? Second hand account or third hand?
Uh nah, I guess second hand would be yeah, yeah. So first hand, second hand, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like we had to like do a postcard on what we think LA is, and dude, we went fucking in on them. We're talking about like poverty, the fucking drugs, the fucking police brutality, gentrification. They show us their postcards of us. It's like
So
good
LA.
unity. Yeah, like literally LA. And then they go, oh, we looked up Laredo, and you guys have are like a border town of Mexico. Woo! And they have like fucking maracas and little
That's
eagles.
pretty
And
funny.
I'm like, I laugh because I thought this is like the laziest amount of research. Like you can clearly tell they don't give a fuck about,
Yeah,
they don't give a
that's
fuck
pretty
about.
funny.
When we show them their art, like our perspective of them, they're like, wow, you guys went in deep. You guys didn't hold any punches. And I was like, but like you're not seeing the bright side of LA. And I'm like, yeah, because that's the point. Because that like the news only shows the glitz and glamour. If
Hmm.
you're in fucking, if you're in the Midwest, if you're in Kansas, you're like, oh my god, the Hollywood star and everything. That's all you think about. Now you don't
It's
think,
just
oh
like a small portion of the city.
yeah, you're not thinking about crackheads and every corner like asking you for money.
Crackheads, homeless people shitting everywhere. Yeah, yeah, I know, dude.
Like you don't think about that. So that's why like we made the postcards and they were like, oh, like all we kind of did was have you like you guys have a lot of trucks, so we put trucks. Or you guys are like real close with Mexico, so you guys are eating tacos and they're eating pizza. I'm like, are you guys five? What the fuck is this? Like this is something a 5-year-old would do.
Well, I guess there is an attempt. They're like, hey, they're mostly Hispanic, right? Yeah, I think so. Well, just put a lot of Mexican stuff then.
It was basically that. Like you guys are close to Mexico, whatever. But like I don't know. Like to me,
It's
like
pretty funny.
literally, like the like we went to I went to Austin like maybe last month. Let's say last month. Yeah, like last month in July, and dude, when we went to like this little Korean market, when we were
Yeah,
passing by, holy fuck! Like the whole side of a highway was covered with tents.
Jesus. Little
It was
little Hoover towns, Hoovervilles.
dude, yeah, like it was like crazy to look at. Like, cause I'm like, wow. Like
Jesus.
I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is crazy, and like in my mind, I'm just like, what is LA like? What is it literally LA like? If this is what I think this is crazy. If I ever visit LA, am I gonna like my jaw is it just gonna drop to the
Yeah.
floor?
Dude, but the thing is, the irony, man. You know, California has one of the highest taxes there is in the whole country, and and it's a shithole, man. It's just like how, you know? But it's all mismanagement. There we go, and corruption. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
But hey, we're progressive.
Do you have any words to give, Chris? You've been awfully quiet, and your mic keeps cutting in and out. I just had to point that out. I'm sorry.
Oh, Chris dead.
Okay. Well. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Well. But yeah, like I think to that point of like I wonder. 'Cause I always hear this idea that like Californians like create like radical left
Yeah.
are coming into Austin and they're like we gotta change Texas to make it not so much Texas, and it's like uh there's a reason why Texas is what it is.
Yeah.
There's a
There's a
reason
reason why it's awesome.
there's a reason why it's not New York or
And
California.
it's like, hey, why did you leave your home state? And it's like, oh, for stuff. And it's like, yeah, yeah.
And
You want to
you want
bring,
to make it exactly like ours.
yeah, and you want to bring the same shitty policies that made your place shitty, man. Really? They're like,
Yeah.
didn't work over there. Let's try it over here.
I
Yeah,
just wish like do you think it's gonna affect like actual policies and like because I mean it is the capital of Texas. Do you actually think it might affect it or not really?
shit, man. Who knows? I mean, especially in the last election, it was really close. You know, everyone's like, oh, but it was like, so how much off? Like $600,000 for something. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
that's relatively close when it comes to elections, man. So
And then if you think
who
about it even
knows? Who
more,
knows?
like that was before like around the time people were coming over here. Like who knows how it'll be the next time we have an election.
Yeah, man. So what you're saying is we gotta find a
Oh
way
no, that's
to
not what I'm
get
saying.
rid of
No,
that. Oh,
that's
oh.
not what I'm saying. I knew you were going somewhere with this. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Uh, I was gonna say Holocaust 2, Electric Boogaloo, but
Wait, Holocaust too. I don't know why, but just thinking the word boogaloo reminded me of Boogie Nights.
Boogaloo, the ones with Burt Reynolds, Marky Mark,
Heather
who
Graham.
else? Yeah,
Heather
her.
Graham. What's her name? Uh,
I'm trying to remember.
Moore. And it's just Moore.
Julianne Moore
Yeah,
or
is that
Demi Moore?
it's Julian Moore? Right, Boogie.
Aren't
Looking
you a
up.
director, man? Aren't you supposed to know like actors and actresses? You know?
Yeah, Julianne Moore, Burt Reynolds, Heather Graham. Do I like literally the only reason I remember Heather Graham is the same thing I remember Emily Ratajkowski from Gone Girl.
Oh, oh,
Like when they're just like in that scene, like legit, it caught me off guard because like up to that point, like it seemed. I mean, it is an R-rated movie, so but I mean, like
yeah,
it's really tamed. Like, they were just saying fuck. And they were just like insinuating sex. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. It's
mm.
nothing
Oh, I
crazy.
get you. Like it's called like it's pretty straight edge, but then that just part, that part you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, because
I
up
get
to like getting to the part that I'm talking about, like they have like she comes up and then she like pulls down Marky Mark's pants and you're like and it cuts away and you're like oh like it kind of reminds me of like a Tarantino movie because like never in a Tarantino movie
yeah,
when people like having sex it's more like it's implied that they had sex or
yeah,
something. They'll do something like between it or whatever. So that's why
yeah.
like oh okay that's all it's gonna be. But my God, when brand new
Psych.
played, and then she just literally all she did was whoop, she took off a belt and then woo, it all flew off, and I'm like legit, my mind was like boobies.
Police.
Like I was just like boobies.
Uh,
It caught
you
me
know,
off guard because I was just like, what the fuck?
I guess we really are simple creatures, man.
Yeah,
Having a
like
bad day, movies. I feel a little better now.
because like I looked at her and like she seems familiar, and then like she was in Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, she was in part 2, right?
She was in part two of Austin Powers.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had a crush on her. So then when she just whoop, the boobies came flying out. I was like, oh, oh. I was just like, it's a childhood dream,
Unexpected surprise. Nice,
like a
nice.
teenage dream, because like I watched Austin Powers pretty late in life.
Really? You know,
Well,
it might be better if you do. Honestly, like a lot of movies. I mean, as a kid, you know, a lot of movies are only funny when they do like the physical comedy things. But when you're older, you understand it
yeah,
so much better, and it's funnier. It's like, oh wow.
yeah, because I when did I watch it? I'm trying to think about it. I think I watched my first Austin Powers movie like maybe when I was like a young kid, but I didn't really understand it. Like maybe when I was like
Yeah.
9, and I just thought it was funny. Like whenever they'd be like, "Oh, behave, baby," and he'd be trying to like have sex with everything. I was like, "Ha, that's funny." But like later on, I kind of it's the same thing with like like SpongeBob, like older SpongeBob like episodes, like cartoon episodes.
Oh, okay, like the little innuendos and whatnot.
Innuendos or like adult jokes where like as
Yeah.
I laugh, it's like oh, that's funny. But then as a kid, as a kid, as an adult, I'm like, I
Yeah,
like
it's always that big oh moment or like oh shit. They really snuck that in there, huh?
yeah. But no, yeah, Heather Graham has great boobs. I just had to say that. Um,
Yes.
the second
All
part
right.
that caught me off guard was the part where the guy from Jurassic Park shoots his wife.
Oh shit, I don't remember
Like,
that.
because up to like leading up to the whole like leading up to that part, like she had been like having sex with like random people. Like she'll
Yeah.
Becky, what are you doing? And then she'll be like, well, what does it look like I'm doing, friend? I'm fucking. And like
Yeah.
she's just getting like she's getting laid by some guy.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? And like
I have to admit, it's been a while since it's been quite a while since I've seen the movie, so honestly, I can't remember a lot, but that's
I
pretty
rewatched
funny.
it like maybe on the weekend. Yeah, so she's just like having sex with like random guys, and there's another part where like they're at a house party or like a pool party, and then like a group of people guys are like circling something, and he's like walking down. He's like, Vicky, what the fuck? Jesus, friend, what I'm doing. I'm having sex. Fuck off.
It was kind of like that Piper Perry meme, those five black guys, and she's on the.
Yeah. So then
That's
like
funny.
so then she he walks away all disappointed. And then the last time they're like having like a I guess like a New Year's uh, bash, and then he walks in on his wife having sex again, and he doesn't say anything. He just walks away ashamed and like, oh, that's sad. He's just a cuck. And then
Yeah.
he goes and gets his revolver, shoots his wife and the guy she was sleeping with, and then everyone in the party's like, oh my god, what the fuck? And he comes back, and he just smiles, and then he blows his brains out. I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
I mean, that's a pretty reasonable response.
What
Oh yeah,
depends.
but I
What
mean
movie you
like
talking about?
Boogie
Oh shit,
Nights.
Chris is back.
Boogie Nights. Man, I never watched that
It
movie.
had it had a
Mark
I only
Wahlberg.
watched it had Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg, Heather Graham. I was telling Danny that Heather Graham has like boobies for days.
Movies.
Um,
You know, just
yeah,
earned his views.
yeah. I love him, man. I gotta love him.
Did you guys ever see Alexandra Daddario? Nude
Oh my
scene.
god! Ah! Top
It's all about
three.
those eyes, man. It's all about those
Top
eyes.
top three is Alexander Daddario in no specific order. Top three is Alexander Daddario, Emily Ratajkowski, and Heather Graham. Those things hang when those things drop.
Those things.
I was like, God damn, son, I need some milk. Like on the ground dying. I don't know what it
I
is.
mean,
I think it's a part of my brain. It's because like I'm so used to like as a kid, like whenever like a nude scene came up, I covered my eyes, but like your parents are like, oh, don't look at that, right?
Right.
So I see them in like a different movie. Like in my mind, I automatically like just make them a Barbie doll. There's no genitals.
a
There's
Barbie
no
doll.
yeah, like there's no genitals. There's no nipples.
Just
It's
a blank canvas. Yeah.
yeah, like it's literally just breast and a crotch area. There's nothing there.
So you're saying you're not sexist? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So then when I see Alexander just drop him down, I'm like, God damn! I'm like, I take it back. And then like now every movie I see her in, I'm like, I can't unsee that. Like she could be like crying for her dead dad, and I'm like, those boobs are gonna.
Boobies.
Yeah,
That's all you're thinking about.
And
My dad was brutally murdered. Boobies.
that's legit all I'm thinking about. Like I'm just thinking about like that one scene from True Detective. I'm like, God damn, Woody Harrelson, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably why she hasn't came out in any other movies. Nobody can take their mind off that.
Well, no, they made fun of it in the new Baywatch movie. I remember that was like a big. That was like in the trailers. Like was that
Holy fuck. I totally forgot that was a thing. Baywatch. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
remake of The Rock?
Yeah. I mean, look, I guess, like when I first heard about it, I thought it was kind of a joke. I'm like, okay. But then, no, it was a real thing. Trailer came out and everything, and I'm like, out of all, franchises or anything that you could have redone, why Baywatch? But
Because he
I
saw
have.
I
Alexander
guess.
Daddario.
Yeah, he saw like yeah. He was like, damn them boobies.
Well, you know what? You're right, Chris. You're right. You got a good point. There, it's called like the director's like, how can we trick beautiful people into getting almost naked for us? Like
Exactly. And
Baywatch.
then
Oh
She
shit!
literally does it. She literally does it in the movie where she's jumping up and down, and like they're just bouncing, and she like goes, "Did you look?" And I'm like, "God damn it, I was looking. Fuck!" And I had to like not look at it. I'm like, look at her eyes, but it's just like it sounds childish, but it's like if a like let's say like a 300-pound man started jumping, I'm gonna look at his folds flapping in the air. I can't not look. Get me?
I get you.
no,
I get you.
no,
You know.
no.
Like you're gonna see him like it's not like oh ooh like it's nothing sexual. I mean you could make it sexual, but it's just more like you see someone bouncing and like oh
Ooh,
what is that fucking the mask?
Yeah.
Awooga? No,
dude.
but I was gonna say I have this theory. I feel like The Rock likes to do two types of movies: shitty remakes and Chinese movies.
Yeah, you're pretty spot on, dude.
No, it's not true.
Oh wait,
Chris is gonna
hold
defend
on.
them.
Yeah, Chris is gonna defend. Well, let me build my
But
case first, Chris. Let me build my case. He was in the remake for Baywatch.
uh-huh.
I guess you could call it a sequel, but it's technically a reboot of GI
Right.
Joe. He was in a reboot of GI Joe.
Right.
He was in a reboot of Jumanji.
Right.
True.
And then when he's not doing reboots, he's doing like these weird action movies that like no one really asked for, like Skyscraper or
Yeah. Dude, that honestly,
those.
Skyscraper was literally just for the Chinese market, man. Like literally, it was set in China. There's a ton of well, not a ton, but Chinese actors and everything. I'm like, they're not even really hiding it, man.
like San Andreas or Rampage. Like I mean, Rampage is a video game property, right? But like still, like I feel like as of lately, he's been leaning into more of those because like obviously he does comedies, right? Like I'm not gonna say like he doesn't do comedies because he did that one comedy with Kevin Hart a while back.
Central Intelligence.
Yeah, like for the most part, it's either he does like a weird reboot of a property, or he does like an action movie that like is kind of like a wet fart.
What about Fast and Furious 5? Huh? Thought about that one?
Okay, yeah.
And
Well, that's
Fast
the
and
thing.
Furious
I was about.
6,
That's
Fast and
the
Furious
that's the
7,
fart. That's the wet
Hobbs and
fart, Chris.
Shaw.
That's the wet fart, Chris. That's the wet fart. No one cares about
That is
Fast
the
and
worst
Furious.
part.
What about the show that he did for HBO? Huh? You guys think
Yo,
about that?
Ballers.
Yeah, Ballers. Yeah,
Ballers?
yeah, Ballers.
What the fuck
You
is
know,
Ballers? He's just like flexing off his watches, like, hey, look at me. I got
What
some watches.
about what about Moana? Huh?
And,
Anything about that one?
okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. Okay, you made your point, God. As he's saying this, he
get
has
it,
like a T-shirt.
Chris.
What about Black Adam?
I was about to say, like, as he's saying this, Chris has like a T-shirt of Dwayne the Rock's
Is that still
face.
confirmed? The
Yeah,
whole Black Adam
they
Yeah.
thing?
already almost finished. They already finished production. They're in post production.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say I kind of don't like, and maybe like I haven't heard any updates on this, but there was a rumor or like a leak or whatever you want to call it that the movie was gonna be like an anti-hero type of movie. So he isn't
Mm.
he's like a good guy. Like that's why at the end of Shazam there's like a broken chair because that's for him. When he
Mhm.
comes, it's gonna be like this whole like Batman versus Superman where they're fighting each other. But it's a big misunderstanding because he wants to save the world too.
Okay, okay.
I was kind of like,
Uh,
oh, well, that's. And I thought that was
all
kind
right.
of like from my understanding of the character, he's just a straight up villain. Like it's like
Well,
the oh, ha ha, I want to take over the world.
I think it's just because they want him in more movies. They don't want
Right?
him
That's
just
that's
for one.
what I think. I think
Yeah.
literally legit. I feel like Black Adam is being funded by him, and he's just like the executive producer. And they're like, hey, how about we make you? No, whatever. No.
Yeah, it could be.
Yes. I'm like okay.
Yeah.
Well, he is The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna be weird, dude? Kids that are growing up today aren't gonna see Dwayne Johnson as the wrestler. They're only gonna see him as the actor.
Yeah. It's gonna
It's
be
weird,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
It's like T-Pain.
Wait, like what has he been doing? Like I only know him as the
Okay. I went quiet. Like I
hip hop
thought.
artist.
I know, yeah, like
It's because
this
I was thinking
guy.
about. I'm like, yo, like what is he doing now,
Yeah.
or what?
He
Yeah.
He
just
streams a
just
lot.
brings
He's a
up this
streamer.
Oh shit, I didn't know
obscure.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
didn't know
streaming.
that
Yeah,
either.
he's streaming a lot, and so it's gonna
How
be weird to think now, like they're gonna be like, oh my god, he's such a talented person. He should really do music, and it's gonna be like, guy's been in the
He
fucking
already.
industry for
Yeah.
it's like
decades, dude.
also Snoop Dogg is the streamer.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that's true. Oh my God, kids gonna be like, "Oh, Snoop
Dude,
Dogg, that cool streamer guy." It's like, oh yeah, y'all
no,
don't
think about
know.
it like this. Like Robert Downey Jr. Like kids are gonna be like knowing him as Iron Man, but like if you're like our parents' age, they're like, oh, you mean that cokehead?
I was gonna say. I was gonna
You
say,
mean
yeah.
like I get it's a comeback. Like I'm not like congratulations for the comeback. I'm not denying that he made a great comeback. But I'm
Right.
Yeah,
just
legit.
there's a history to it, you know, like with anybody. Like we're gonna be like,
Yeah.
But I think actually, like older people, they might think he was a coke addict, but they also will say that he was a great actor. And I
no, of
think
course, of
now,
course, of course.
but I think now it's kind of like people don't know that because they only know him as Iron Man, and anything else
Or,
he's in, like nobody
yeah,
watches. So
or like to a
Yeah.
greater point, Chris Evans. You're like, oh, he's Captain America. It's like no,
Flame on. Yeah, I guess.
he was the Human Torch. He was the Human Torch. We're not for that. Like that's gonna be crazy. Like you're gonna be like, he was the Human Torch, you know. And everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's my cap. He's my captain. I'm like, nah, dude. He used to be Johnny Storm.
he's Captain. He has Captain America's ass.
Dude, like Captain America. That's funny. I gotta think of like a person who's like who's been gone for
Dude. Wait, I'm sorry.
he's
I'm sorry.
reinvented
That,
himself.
that's probably why they took him off the contract, not because because he wanted to leave. Because they're like, we just bought out Fox. It's gonna be kind of weird to have Chris Evans back in the Fantastic Four, but him not be. Yeah, it's like you know.
He's gonna be like, imagine them like you put him in a scene together with him and the uh, new torch. Like that would be
New Human
funny.
Torch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan and dude, how funny would that be? You have like Falcon, Michael B. Jordan, Evans. Like they're like Michael B. Jordan and Chris Evans are both the Human Torch, and you know Anthony Mackie's Falcon. He's like, wait, aren't you Killmonger? Hey, wait, what the fuck are you doing here, Cap? They're like, fly on, and they both light up. Oh, that's crazy.
Multiverse of madness.
Yeah, well, there we go. We're selling the pitch. They should make a movie for this. They should make a movie. Um,
Yeah.
You guys, I was trying to do a segue to it, and we kind of did a good segue, but now I got to do a hard segue to it. Did you guys see Jungle Cruise
Jungle
Man,
Cruise.
nobody's gonna spend
with
time
The Rock?
watching that.
Haven't even heard of it. I'm being honest.
It's like it's with The Rock and Emily Blunt. It's literally the ride.
Oh, dude, I've okay. Now I know what you're talking about. It's because every time I see that trailer or whatever, I just skip that shit. So I honestly didn't even know the name of it. Oh wow. Wait, so is it like essentially to call it crap, I had it in my head.
Yes, it is.
No, I can't
And,
remember. I lost it.
and
Go
that's
ahead. I'm
and
sorry.
that's a movie that's not a reboot or a Chinese movie or whatever.
Damn it, Chris! You're breaking my point. He makes shitty movies half the time, majority of the time.
Hey, but
We love him.
he's making millions of dollars for.
I want to say, but we love him. We love The Rock. Love
Eh,
like The Rock. You got a problem with The Rock?
No,
I have a problem with him selling out to the Chinese market. Yeah.
We have a problem with you, Danny.
Yeah.
Burrs has a
Who doesn't
problem
have a
with
problem
you.
with me, man? NSA is following me. FBI is following me. CIA is following me, man. They're in my walls, man.
The Rock Nation's gonna follow you, bitch.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Dude, no one's gonna know what you mean. They're gonna be like, "Oh," whatever he does in Moana. I don't fucking know what he does. He just scream.
Oh yeah, he sings in that, right?
Okay,
yeah, he
well
thinks.
let's put the brakes there. Like he's not singing, guys. He's just fucking talking while he's just like following the beat.
Just following the melody.
He just is
Yeah, like I've heard
hating.
better singing. Yeah, I am hating because I've heard better singing from like the no-name voice singers from like the old Disney movies.
Damn,
So,
son.
so anyway, what about Jungle Cruise?
Oh, why? I was just saying how it's shit. no,
Well, that sums it up. Next time.
no. But like seriously, all I was gonna say was that like it underperformed at the box office.
Oh, it already came, dude. Oh man,
Yeah,
I am not
yeah,
keeping up with anything, dude. Really? I
it
didn't know that
came
it
out
came
this
out.
past weekend. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the movie theaters are dead, huh?
Well, I mean, let's be real here. Like the whole new thing with Corona, COVID, the Delta variant. Apparently, like cases are
Oh,
ramping up.
dude,
I
it's
don't
bullshit, man.
know if that's
It's all
true or not.
bullshit. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying they're just using this all over again to incite panic again. That's all it is, man. It's to keep people scared. That's all it is. That's all it is, man.
You have your tinfoil hat where you're saying this, Danny.
Look, man. Like I said before, I look at numbers. I look at numbers. I look at data, actual data from the CDC and everything. So you can't say, "Oh, where's it from?" It's like it's from the CDC itself, man. Come on.
Yeah, dude, but the CDC can be bought, man, by lobbies.
Yes, but no, that's what I'm still saying. Even when you do the numbers, it's like
I
this
know,
thing
I
isn't
know,
that
I know.
dangerous.
I'm just fucking with you. I know where I know. I get it, but I'm just saying, like, to the people who are kind of like, you don't know, man. Like, the government's suppressing the real numbers. You know, they're trying to wipe out our population. They're trying to, what is it, a mass culling? A cull, like that's the
No,
word, right? A culling.
wouldn't it just be population control?
No, it's a culling because you're killing people. That's what
and
culling is.
we have Thanos. You know that?
Thanos is our president. Dun dun dun.
Come on, man.
What the fuck was that? Was that your Thanos
That was
impression?
Biden, dude. No, that was Biden.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I never heard that. I was like, come on, man. Like, that was like
They
Tony
just
Montana
want
or anything.
they want a better life for all of us.
You know, he wants
Uh
more.
huh. Yeah, that's what they always say, right?
I was talking to a
Hey,
coworker.
Chris. I'm sorry. Just Chris. Out of everyone here, you've read and researched history. You know how it always goes. All right. You know how it always
Hey,
goes. We're here
you
to protect
sided,
you. This is for your safety. Don't worry. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
you sided with a criminal who broke out of jail and sympathized with him. What is your opinion on this matter, Chris?
Hey, it's
Um,
different. We sympathize. We didn't agree with this decision.
exactly.
No. Fuck off, guys. That guy can burn in hell.
Do you want my opinion on Jungle Cruise or you want my opinion on COVID?
What's your opinion on Jungle Cruise? That's what's more important.
Yes, yes. But let's go back to that.
Well, I haven't watched it yet. Don't plan to watch it. But I heard that it
Same.
sucks, and I heard that it made it made half of what Black Widow made domestically in its first
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Um, it
I was
made
reading that too.
it made also. Wait, was it half domestic or was it half on Disney Plus?
I think it was half domestic if I read the
Okay,
numbers. Box
okay, so
office.
it was half domestic and then like horrible numbers on Disney Plus. Um, I don't think I don't think people wanted to watch this movie. Like, just the trailers didn't really tell too
Dude,
much.
legit,
Didn't,
legit, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like,
I mean, literally,
I,
dude, I'm the prime example. Y'all talked about that, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? It's like, oh, it's the movie with Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, and it's literally not until you said them. I'm like, oh, that's what the name of the movie is. Like,
the the
literally, dude.
trail the trailers, like most of them, just showed Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt on a boat, and that's it. There was one trailer
Yeah.
where they showed some other stuff, but pretty much all the trailers I watched on TV, it was just Emily Blunt and The Rock just sailing on this boat, and then and just
Because those are the characters you want to follow, Chris. Those are the ones you want to follow.
and then in bold text after like 10 seconds of that, it would just see Jungle Cruise, and that
Jungle.
was it. Like, I don't know, like it didn't interest me. It didn't interest apparently most of the people. Um,
And it,
it's just a flop, pretty much.
which is why I'm saying
Matters for the Chinese market.
he makes shitty movies, but we love him. Why? Why do we love the man?
But I think that's a thing though, that I think his value is going down. I've heard, people are just getting tired of him. People are getting fatigued that they see him so much, and it's a good work ethic that he has, but I think people are getting tired of him.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's just him, but it's also because of the movies. They're usually just meh or
Yeah,
mediocre. It's nothing where like, oh, dude, that new movie, it was so whatever and whatever. It was just more like, oh, it was
yeah,
alright.
yeah. I can
6 out of 10
understand that.
best.
Yeah, definitely, I can understand that. It's because he just picks, he picks as much as possible. He doesn't really pick the best material. He's just picking stuff so he can get, he can work and earn money. The other thing,
It's
what
more the
hurt Jungle
money.
Cruise,
Anything.
yeah, of course, and what hurt Jungle Cruise is the bad reviews. People were hearing negative stuff. At least I heard negative stuff a while ago. Also, I think Disney was holding off the review embargo, so things like that. Just not good signs.
Like this just sounds so pretentious. As a person who's trying to be a filmmaker, um, just looking at the trailer, like, nothing about it stood out. Like like nothing really was like, oh my god, this is where the story's going. I wasn't expecting this to be like an Oscar nominated film. Like I guess I was just more expecting it to kind of take me on a joyride, which I guess if you watch the movie it does, but more like in a way where you don't know what's gonna happen next. Literally from the trailer, I could tell you what's gonna happen. I don't even have
Right,
to watch. I can literally tell you, oh, they're gonna meet this the Rock, and the Rock's a little trickster, and he's gonna take them onto a ride, and they're gonna go on a wacky adventure that becomes super serious at the end, where they have to save the world, something like that.
In a world. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the movie ends where like the scummy the rock like the Rock as a scummy whatever character learns a lesson, but he's still the same old trickster. Haha, we love him. He's a big old
Yep.
trickster. And then the scientist lady is like, "Oh, I learned to have fun and be adventurous, no longer uptight and like, I have
Yep,
myself.
and then they start setting up for the sequel
Yeah.
that nobody wants.
Because then like the mask will move, and then they'll be like Jungle Cruise 2. That's crazy.
Literally.
And that sucks though because I think The Rock is a good actor. Like at least he's he's
You know, dude, honestly, everyone says great actor, but you know, he's an okay actor,
yeah,
really, dude.
he's an
Like,
I
he's
okay
put
just
him.
actor.
okay.
I
No,
put him on the
he's
same
in
level of acting as Jason Statham.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's an okay actor, but what I mean really when I said good is he's
Personality.
his personality. Yeah, he's charismatic, and it just uh, kind of attracts you to him, you know. And then you also
Yeah.
had Emily Blunt. It's just a shame that they made a movie like this that I guess just sucked, you know. And I don't think I'm not. I wonder what's the future with Emily Blunt because Mary Poppins didn't receive good critical response.
He's on
This
the
movie
Disney Bunny
isn't.
credit. He's on that Disney.
Maybe, yeah, maybe, but I wonder like if I don't think she's really picky on what she chooses though.
Is
So
she?
Yeah.
yeah, she
Hey, dude,
is.
she could have been Black Widow, man. She could have been Black Widow.
Yeah, she
But
could
Heard
have.
that. I heard
Yeah.
that. Look, I'm calling it now. Watch who's gonna be in the Fantastic Four. Just
I
watch.
don't know. She came out in an
Or
oh, you
interview.
think so? Well,
no, she is.
I don't
I
know, dude. Who
know
knows?
for a fact she will.
I would think John Krasinski would. I think he's kind of in a phase where he moved out of acting. He's directing now, and he's getting a lot of praise for it. So I think maybe he's going to continue that route. And Emily Blunt has spoken about comic book movies, and she says that it's not her thing.
She says that, but like, Jungle Cruise is basically a comic book movie, just a really bad comic book.
Not really. What do you mean?
It's like this action. Like think about it like this. Like The Rock, like I said, you have this smart, smarmy character where you fall in love with. You have the uptight person who's like, oh, I can't really do much because I'm like, I do things by the book. And then they go on an adventure, and again, at the end, they save the world. That's basically a
O-
comic book. That's basically like not a comic book movie, but
Okay, but
it's
it's
a
an action
superhero.
movie. It's an action adventure movie.
Yeah, I guess. I know.
Come on,
Chris, you're
just
really pushing my buttons, Chris. Okay, you're pushing on
hey,
real deep.
how about instead of a shitty movie, how about we talk about Suicide Squad?
Have you seen that? Have you seen Squad?
Wait, the Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad?
Yeah, there's two different
Uh,
movies, Chris. You
which
gotta be
which one
specific.
is this one called? Is this one called The Suicide
It's
Squad?
yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Suicide
Okay,
Squad.
so they just did the same thing with the Batman.
yeah.
Essentially, dude,
Batman.
it's so confusing because I actually did research. I'm like, wait, is this a reboot or an actual sequel continuation sort of thing?
The
And from
mix.
what I've been able to tell, it's like a bit of both. Yeah, where it's like it's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
sequel but a reboot because the first one did really shitty, and Birds
Yeah.
of Prey fucking bombed, dude.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know what to watch Birds of Prey.
Yeah, we
nope.
watched it.
I know, but I'm saying remember when we watched it? That movie
Oh,
wasn't after we watched it, I was like,
yeah. I liked some of the things that they did, but yeah.
yeah, like there's some things that were cool. Like there's like
Mm,
I feel like that's when you know a movie's bad when you have to say there's some parts that are cool.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
overall, you're like movies suck.
Yeah.
But I heard that Robbie, wait, what's her name?
Robbie. Oh my god, there's another girl. Oh my god.
I heard Robbie Mar. No, wait, what's her name again? What did you say?
Margot
Margot
Robbie.
Robbie. Yes, my bad. I don't know why. Like,
Barbie. Yeah.
like I
I'm
wanted
so
to.
Barbie.
confused.
I
Yeah.
I
wanted
know
to
she's
like.
Australian, Chris, but you don't gotta be offensive. Barbie.
Australia
uh,
isn't real. Go on.
but I heard that in this
You're
one
good.
she's a really outstanding performance.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
How many times has she played Harley? She played it
That's a
in
good number of times.
and then she's played it in Birds of Prey.
And then this new one.
That's three.
There's
Uh, uh,
also
has she
I feel
done
like
like any other appearances in DC movies or
that's what I'm
anything like that?
saying. Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like she did one more.
yeah, I
I
think
could.
she did. I think she appeared. She appeared in Did she appear in Batman vs Superman?
Oh,
When Joker was driving the car and then Batman was on top of the hood? Wasn't Harley
oh
Quinn
wait,
on in
that's
there?
Suicide
no, that
Squad.
was
That's
yeah, that
Suicide.
was Suicide
Oh
Squad.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, that's right. It is Suicide Squad. Yeah. Yeah, but
yeah.
anyway,
If
even if
anything,
she's
that was a cameo for Batman, actually.
yeah, if she's
Yeah.
only done 3 movies with Harley Quinn, that's more than probably any other DC character that we've seen.
Oh yeah.
DCU, I should say.
It's a cool poster that they have. I'm looking at it right now.
Wait, that's a good question. So, what are they gonna do with the DCEU? Because Henry Cavill's out, Ben Affleck is out. To call Gal Gadot might be out because the last movie didn't do so good with Wonder Woman.
No,
I mean,
she's not out. They're still
oh,
gonna
she's
do
not.
3. Yeah, they're still gonna do Wonder Woman 3. They're even gonna do a was it a TV series or a prequel with the Amazonians?
I think I
Um,
heard something like that. Yeah.
yeah, and she is going to be. I would think she's gonna be in Flashpoint. I could be wrong, but I know also Ben Affleck is in talks of being in a movie as well. Um, Henry Cavill is still up in the air.
The only one we
Um,
say is up in the air is Henry Cavill.
yeah, I heard something a few months ago about Ben Affleck though.
I heard something with Ben Affleck too, but as far as I'm aware, Henry Cavill is the only big one because the biggest news that came out of him was that they replaced him with Supergirl.
Yeah.
The main Super
Hmm.
was like no more Superman. It's only gonna be Supergirl, which is kind of weird because it's like
Yes, because of Whammon. Yeah.
Wait, did you guys
oh,
hear? Did you guys hear in Batgirl, J.K. Simmons is coming back?
Really?
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
the movie. Oh
Oh
wait,
What did?
wait. Yeah, wait. The
about
show
Batwoman?
or
Yeah, Batwoman or a movie called Batgirl because I think
Oh, it's
it was
Batgirl. My bad. I'm sorry, Batgirl. Wait, didn't I say Batgirl? The movie Batgirl, or
Joss
whichever is the
Whedon, right?
movie.
It was Joss Whedon. That's what I'm saying.
No, not with Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon
Yeah,
is
because
being
he's like,
canceled.
oh well, no, well before he got canceled, before he got canceled, Chris. Making a movie for DC. It was a Joss Whedon
Yeah.
Batgirl.
Wait, but he wanted to do.
Oh
What was the
yeah,
thing that he
just two
wanted to
years
do?
ago,
He wanted to
Joss
do like
Whedon exits Batgirl.
Squirrel Girl or something like
Yeah,
some like really to call it unknown character and shit?
that. Yeah. But
I
yeah,
just put
but yeah, I remember Joss Whedon was connecting the project,
because
but
it says here
they're
Joss Whedon quits over
yeah,
the Batgirl
yeah,
movie. Quote: I really didn't have a story.
but they're moving along with Batgirl or Batwoman. I don't know what the movie's called. This new one, they casted a girl from In the Heights. She's a Latina, so I don't know how they're gonna do it with J.K.
Hey,
Simmons as
what?
yeah. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I really don't know. I
Yeah.
guess maybe she's gonna be adopted.
Is she
I don't
cast in
know.
something else?
See, but look,
No?
dude, there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's
Yeah,
just
she is.
I hope they don't go like the route
Who?
of oh wait,
It's gonna
go on,
be
go on.
something.
What are you talking about, Justin?
Leslie Grace. She was in
Yeah.
something else. She's in something else. I literally just saw her on something else, like something big.
I don't,
What?
I don't,
My mind's blown right now. Continue, Chris. I'm sorry. Come on, my mind's blown.
well, well, Danny was talking. I don't know what were you saying, Danny?
Oh, it's called I hope they don't do like what they did with the show where they just made it into a feminist thing, you know? That's the reason why the
Oh,
Yeah.
show
feminist.
has absolutely tanked because they made it a complete feminist thing. So I hope they
Because
don't
it
do
should,
that with the
because it should be clarified. It's not like the like. I feel like there is a subsection of people on the internet, incels, who are like, I hate women. I also feel like there's a majority that just don't like the overbearing, like, oh, we're women and we're better. You know,
because the first season was literally like that. It's like this suit would be best when it's on a woman. It's like what? It was made specifically for Batman. What are you talking about? You know, and all that too, man. It's like they would always mention. It's just like why are you turning this into a feminist thing, man?
I
Instead
think
of
when it's
just
like a strong female character that doesn't say it. That doesn't have to that doesn't say that she's a strong female character. That the world isn't against her, and the world has to make an explicit point to be like, oh,
Yeah.
woman, and we don't like women here. Get out of here, woman. This is a man's job. If it's just more like, oh, we don't know what to do. Like they make
Yeah.
something and she steps up, then it's like, okay, yeah, you could. She's strong. When the world has
Yeah.
to like cartoonish, like, oh, you wear dresses. We don't like dresses, and then she has to wear pants, and like, oh my god, she's strong.
Yeah. See, but that's but that's the sad part because the writers and all those people that are like, oh, let's do this to show how much we care about women. But the sad part is they make them strong and powerful, but they give them no character, no personality. That their whole personality is I'm strong woman. That's it. That's it. It's just like that's it.
That's strong woman. Danny, correct yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm an incel. Strong woman.
Yeah, strong woman.
Yeah.
I didn't know the
Oh.
movie was starting, Chris. I thought it was just I thought it just faded out of existence, just like Joss Whedon. um, yeah, but Suicide Squad though. What's your vibe on that, Chris? I really don't know.
Man, I'm excited for it, man. 98%
Really?
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Everybody's raving about it.
I
Um,
did not see that. Hold on.
you have a human kind of shark. I don't know what's his name, but
King Shark.
voice. What's his name?
King Shark.
Oh, is that King Shark?
That's King Shark.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a. I don't know what. I guess I thought there were multiple characters that were sharks. I don't know why. Okay. So yeah, you have
Shark Man.
King Shark as a. I wouldn't pass it on DC. Don't they have a guy that what's his name? They have some obscure characters in the Suicide Squad. So, uh, but anyways, they have King Shark voiced by Sylvester Stallone,
I
eating
heard that.
people. You have Taika Waititi, you have John Cena that people are saying that he has some
Wait,
real
TT,
good.
where is what is he?
Yeah, Taika Waititi's in here in this movie.
What? I don't see
Yeah.
him.
You have, people are raving about Margot Robbie's performance, just the direction of James Gunn. You have a huge starfish as the villain. Like what's not to love already?
You're really selling me on this movie, Chris. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, see, I knew there was a catch, man. When you said
What?
to call it a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm like, is that the critics or the audience? And it was just the critics. I'm like, I'll wait till the
Well,
audience score comes in.
well, it's because the audience still hasn't watched it, but I would actually think, I would bet that the ratings for the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes will be better by the audience uh, rather than the critics by the end of the weekend because this is such. It seems like more of a movie that fans will like than critics. But because critics are also liking it, that's why you see this higher rating. Because apparently this movie's not just, action, just comic book fun. It's also what people are saying heartfelt and has a great story. So, and it is directed uh,
And
very
written by
good.
James Gunn.
Yep, also written by James Gunn. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't know, dude.
I think
I don't know.
I don't I think I can believe that the audience score will be high because I mean just from recent films and I mean like recently he's only just done the two Guardians movies and maybe he's done something smaller. I really I don't think he did anything big between Guardians 2 and then I could be wrong. I
Um,
could be wrong.
no, I think you're right. James Gunn was before Guardians. He was low budget director.
No. I mean like he wasn't doing like a big a movie in between like Guardians 2 and Suicide
Yeah,
Squad.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like he
Oh,
tends to go low budget if he did make anything.
because the only thing I really have him for is just He was a writer for the Belko experiment. You remember that movie with like the guys in the office with like bombs in their heads?
No, I don't remember that.
If you think about it, that movie's kind of like Suicide Squad. The basic premise of the movie, like just a quick rundown for people who don't know, is that like it's a an office building that gets locked down, and the people can't escape. But at a certain time, they have to kill X amount of people. And if
Hmm.
they don't, bombs in their heads will go off, killing more people.
So you recommend this movie?
Uh, I mean, if you really think about it, that movie is basically Suicide Squad. Like, in
Oh,
a,
is it Blumhouse?
yeah,
Oh wow.
it's basically like okay, say it's a building, an office building that holds 100 people. Uh, by in 5 minutes, there has to be 80 people.
Right.
If
Yeah,
it's
it
not 80
seems
people, then it goes down to 70.
yeah, it seems pretty interesting. I don't know why I've never heard of it, or maybe it's just been so long ago.
It came out in 2016, so it's been
Yeah, it's
5 years.
been it's been a while. Also another thing about Suicide Squad is that the people at Warner Brothers, they love John Cena so much that they created his
TV
show
show.
already. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
So
crazy.
yeah.
Like to think about that but do you think it's because it's John Cena?
No, I think he has a good performance in the movie,
No.
and
I mean more like I'm not doubting he has a good performance in the movie. I just mean more like in terms of the whole cast would be willing to.
oh,
You get me?
I get you, but I think
You're not gonna be like Idris Elba. Like, hey Idris, you want to make uh an 8 episode series on HBO Max for your character? I feel like he'd probably be like, nah, I don't want to do that.
um,
If you tell
yeah,
John Cena will be down.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
not
I can see that, but Warner
not a
Brothers
knock on John Cena.
still had to have faith in his character in the movie, as well as James Gunn. He wrote the show as well, so he has some connection to that, and a good connection, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm saying, like I'm not saying that like he's not doing a good job. I'm just saying like if they were asking the whole crew of Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad
Yeah.
guys, anybody, we're gonna make a TV show on any of your characters. Anyone interested? And I was like, I don't know.
Margot Robbie would have done it.
You think so?
Margot Robbie, um, she wants something. She wants something more like, I think, more like the Harley Quinn animated show. He's talked about how he wants the relationship between her and what's her name?
Joker,
Which one?
Joker,
No, not the
or
Joker. The
Poison,
girl,
Poison Ivy.
the Poison Ivy. She wants that to be seen or showcased
What?
in a movie or a show. Yeah.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Margot Robbie wants Harley Quinn Poison Ivy relationship on screen after the Suicide Squad release.
Yeah. Then here's a review
Wow.
from somebody about Suicide Squad is hysterically funny, brilliantly acted, and so entertainingly gory, it makes Deadpool look kind of sweet. Man,
Mm,
how can that not pump you up?
Hmm.
just words, man.
Hey Justin, but you're gonna be in Laredo this weekend to watch Suicide Squad.
That's true. But actually, would
I'm
be down.
down.
If you
Yeah, I'm
guys are
down.
down to well, what? Because I'm gonna be over there tomorrow.
Oh,
Shit,
tomorrow? Oh shit.
You guys free
Never mind.
tomorrow?
No, not
Oh,
tomorrow.
I'm free tomorrow.
I thought,
I'm only gonna be
uh,
here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I thought you were gonna be there weekend. No, I don't know.
No, not the weekend.
No, it's not even out tomorrow. It's not out until
Oh,
Thursday.
oh, okay. I guess you got the last laugh, Chris, didn't you?
Yep.
You
You
sick,
got the last laugh.
dement. Really did. I'm like, hey, let's go watch Suicide Squad. He's like, sorry. Chris says no. It's like Chris sends his regard. He's like, God damn you, Chris.
All I know just is you better not watch this on HBO Max.
No. Probably. I mean, like,
Is it coming out on HBO?
Yeah.
nah, I'm not gonna pay on HBO. I only paid for Black Widow because I was just impatient, and I also didn't want to be a loser and just be alone
Oh, you
watching.
paid $30?
Oh, so you
I
paid
spit on you, Justin.
so you paid I don't know how much to watch in the theaters for Jungle Cruise.
No, I didn't watch Jungle. Wait,
Come
hold
on,
up,
Jungle
come
hold up,
on.
Cruise.
hold up. I never said I watched Jungle Cruise. Hold up, okay. I didn't say I gave money to Jungle Cruise.
How do you know about the ending?
No, I'm just guessing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making assumptions just from the way the movie looks. I'm like, the movie just like it's gonna end like that.
Okay.
Not that type of guy,
Uh,
Chris. God.
all right, but just in case, put potential spoiler warning.
Potential
Potential,
spoiler warning for a movie so generic that it could be any other movie.
literally. Hey, have you seen an adventure movie? Yeah. Well, that's the movie. Oh,
Roll credits.
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
Jungle Cruise reminds me of? It reminds me of that one movie with George Clooney.
which one? Which one?
I think it was called Adventureland or something like that. George Clooney,
Uh, um,
Adventure.
wasn't it Tomorrowland?
You know what? That's probably what it was. You know what the hell?
And I'm gonna be honest, never seen the movie. I just remember.
Yeah, in order to save our world from danger, a curious teenager with a high interest in science and a former genius inventor embark on an adventure-packed journey filled. Why did I struggle saying that? An adventure-packed journey filled with evil machines, robots, and technology paradise known as Tomorrowland. Oh, Brad
Huh.
Bird movie?
Damn.
That sucks. Those who don't know, he made The Incredibles, Ratatouille, The Iron Giant.
Really?
He
Holy
made
shit.
he made Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Why am I struggling to say words? Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I can't. I'm
There
sick
you
slurring,
go. There you go.
like slurring my words. I don't know why.
You been drinking there, Justin? Huh? Been drinking?
No,
Have a
boss.
little drinky poo? Some of that whiskey?
I've been drinking water. Very
Because
delicious.
remember, man, a fifth of scotch a day keeps the family away. All right? Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Me.
Nah. I've been drinking and driving there, Justin.
I
Huh?
love how
Having
I
a
love
good
how
time?
genuinely you said that. I'm like, am I beating them? You're like, nah. If that's so casually, like, nah, it's okay. You're not beating them. No, you don't do that.
The real question is, did they deserve the beating? Huh?
I don't think that's a what? No.
Nah, fuck me. Man.
Oh, when you say that, did you guys ever watch the docu series on Netflix? The what's it called? The Trial of Gabriel Hernandez or Fernandez? Is it the trial?
It's Hernandez. Or
No,
no, no,
no.
no. My
Is
bad.
right?
My
No,
bad. My bad.
Fernandez. It's
No, yeah,
Fernandez. It's
yeah,
Fernandez.
yeah. My bad. My bad. I went.
Yes, I can honor the boy.
I know. My bad. My mind went straight to the football player.
Oh,
You guys remember the Patriots football player?
oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
I remember that guy. I remember
yeah.
him.
And so that's where my mind went to. Sorry about that. No, I didn't watch that one. I watched parts of it maybe, but no, I never watched all of it.
Because it's basically what like, dude, like if you want to watch a series that makes you want to kill somebody, like legit makes you want to kill somebody, like you want to go through that screen and just rip their head off. I would recommend watching.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like just kill a random ass person. I'm like, why?
No, no,
Jesus.
no. You're like, I know McDonald's drive-thru. That'll be $5.99. So give me your head. And it's like just ripping their spine.
Alright, okay, okay. I was a little confused. I'm like, why would I just want to murder a random person because of a show? It's
No,
like,
no,
God, I hate
no,
this character. You, hello, sir. Why are you stabbing me? I hate this character on the show.
no. It was it's basically like Okay, so it's basically true story. A little boy was severely abused and was killed
Uh-huh.
by his mother and the mother's boyfriend, and they tortured him and they like through all sorts of means. Like they shot BBs at him, they pulled his hair out, they beat him with a bat to break in his teeth. Um,
Jesus.
they did a crazy bunch of stuff. Like if you want to know more, I recommend you watch the series or just do your own research. But, it's like they go over the court, like the whole judicial process of like finding out who did it, to the court proceedings, and then to the
Yeah.
verdict. Like when you're just watching it, you hear what they say, and you're just like, you want to like kill the mom and the boyfriend. I mean, the boyfriend's dead. Like, so the verdicts was that the boyfriend would get the death penalty, and the mom got life in prison because she did a plea deal.
What kind
And
of plea deals in prison?
I
All right.
was like, well, when you think about it, it's like your boyfriend's gonna die. He's gonna get killed in California for sure. Like it isn't like where they're like, oh, we're gonna keep him there for like 10 years and then maybe eventually kill him. Like no, they were like, we're gonna kill you. We're
Damn.
gonna take you to prison, and then like after you're sent to prison, they're gonna send you to another prison and then kill you at that prison. Like,
Jesus.
it's like that. So like obviously the mom's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I don't want to die. I'd rather get life in prison. I mean, when you think about it, she still gets to live. She gets to see her family, whatever family wants to visit her.
I know. I mean, is it really better? Because one, I mean, okay, even if she got the death sentence, it can still take years because of the whole goddamn process.
Yeah,
But life in prison, dude. I mean, you're literally there to die of natural causes
she's like
or
40 or
something,
30. She's sort of young when you really think about it. She's not even that old.
See,
Like
that's even worse, dude. Like, let's say she lucks out, right? Lucks out, right? Let's say she lives another 40 years in there. I mean, that's that sucks, dude. 40 years in prison. I mean, Jesus, man, God. A lot can happen in 40 years, man. You can get shanked, raped. I mean, well, granted, yeah. I mean, even though it's a woman's, prison, still. Uh, I mean, yeah, dude. I wouldn't want to do 40 years in prison.
like well,
Hypothetically speaking.
I'm less like upset or like sympathetic over the sentencing, just more the fact that are you serious? Like you hear the like all the like evidence against her, and
Yeah,
she's like she gets so I get it, it's like what's the worst, uh sentence, to die or to live with what you did. But like
yeah.
she doesn't care, dude. Like they literally like show you that she's a monster. Like she did not care for this kid at all.
Jesus. So like essentially like a evil incarnate or something like that.
Legit to the point where she gave the kid away. She was like, I don't want the kid.
Damn.
She got pregnant, but she didn't want the kid. And then I guess like these cousins or like how you have uncles, but they're not really related. They're just called uncles.
Ah, yeah, yeah, I get you.
So they have these gay uncles who are like, no, no, keep the kid and we can raise them. And so they do.
Hmm.
She gives the kid to them. They raise them. And the parents of so her parents are like, no, we want the kid. Like two guys shouldn't be raising a little boy. Like it's a typical. And by the way, they're Mexican, so it's a typical machismo shit. They take the kid, and then something. I guess like they don't really touch on why the kid gets taken away from the parents, but they kind of put the evidence that like the mom only took custody of the child of her son from her parents because of welfare. So
Huh.
she
All
so
right.
she took them for welfare. So now she has three kids. She had two other kids that she kept,
Jesus, man.
but she didn't want the third one, which is the one she took. It's the third one that she didn't care about. He could care less about that she tortured and she killed. Like to the point where literally he slept in like a little drawer. They gagged him, blindfolded him, and they tied him up and put him in a drawer and they locked the drawer so he couldn't come out. And like you hear this, and I'm like, and then like it's like I said, like they literally built up like this whole like, building of evidence of why how the system failed, Gabriel and all this stuff. And then
Yeah.
you the sentencing, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like you really just want this lady to get her head ripped off?
Yeah. You know, dude. Uh, it's sad to say, but women really do get shorter sentences for the same crime, man. It's insane sometimes.
And that's what I
But
thought was crazy because I was just like, she's just as responsible for killing that kid as the boyfriend.
yeah, yeah.
But just because,
I mean, you know, like from what you told me, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
and that's what I mean. Like, I just thought it was crazy because it's like, how do they not, you know, it's justice. I think I feel like it's fair justice. Like, you know, you're basically torturing a little kid to like
Yeah. Yeah. A
unbelief.
defenseless, yeah. Essentially, a defenseless person. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. And then like they just go, oh, you know what? My boyfriend's gonna die, so I'm gonna say I did it, so I can get life in prison.
Damn, dude. You know, dude, it's stuff like that that really makes me believe. You know, there are some just truly
And
evil
you know what?
people, and there's also truly deep down like good people. Where they're 100% good, and then there's those few that are 100% bad. You know?
Yeah, we typically have like a smooth smooth brain criminals. These are the smooth brain criminals. Because let me tell you what they try to do. So they try
Uh-huh.
to cover up his injuries throughout the whole time he was being injured. So like whenever a parent, either the parent or another teacher saw him with these injuries, like a black eye or a busted lip,
Yeah.
cigarette burns on his head, they'd be like, "What happened?" And then he like his response again, being told by his mother was to, or the boyfriend was to say, "Please did this to you," or "You were playing with your brother and this happened to you," or "You were riding a bike and this happened to you."
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Right? And so they try to like instill fear in him to not say anything. But they, like because they're just like, oh, like he's a kid. The kids get in crazy accents all the time. Yeah, kids get cigarette burns on their head every day. Like that's a.
Yeah, that's it's pretty difficult to hide shit like that. Yeah. Okay, I get you. I get you.
And then you have two different recordings from two different instances. One was uh a mom who like a caseworker went to go do a checkup on them.
Uh-huh.
They were doing like she was doing the caseworker was doing her routine investigation, and then she's leaving. At the last second, the mom's like, "Oh wait, I just found something." And she pulls out these notes from Gabriel. He's like 6 or 7, I believe. He was a really young kid. Like he was like between 6 and 10. Like he was really really young. He was 8. He was an 8-year-old. That's like I want to kill myself, or I love my mom so much I want to die.
God
They,
damn.
they, and they put it to the caseworker. The caseworker calls like some other department. Like the mom, like without hesitation, is like answering these questions like she as if she knew the script. Like she knew what to say. She knew what words to use and how to sound. And then when the day that he died, or when he was unresponsive, because he died when they pulled the plug of his life support. When he was unresponsive, and the police, the I believe it was the boyfriend who called 911.
Uh-huh.
He was talking to the operator, and he's like, "Hey, uh, my child's not breathing. Can you do CPR?" And like, how do I do CPR? And the lady's telling him how to do CPR, and it's like ridiculous to think about because like she's like, "Are you doing chest compressions? Are you breathing in his mouth?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." And he's responding so quickly, and you're like, in your mind, you're like, are you not doing CPR? How are you responding so quickly? These questions.
Okay. Okay.
It's like if I'm like, Danny, are you providing chest compressions to the child right now? Are you breathing down the child's mouth? You immediately just go, yeah. It's
See,
not.
but that's the problem. I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. No.
Just let the little guy die. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, but it like that'll be our smooth brains of this podcast. A bunch of idiots who thought they can get away with domestic abuse of a child. Thought they can get away, but thank God our justice system got them. The
Mm.
bigger, I guess.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's all pretty fucked. I mean, I agree. Like, they really should give her the worst possible sentence. And I mean, they were, but then she got a plea deal. So, I guess. But, Jesus, man. All of that. Poor kid, man. I really do feel for the
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. I feel bad for the obviously rest in peace, Gabriel Fernandez. Um, and
Yeah.
condolences to like all the family members besides the mom. The mom can go burn in hell. She can literally get a broom shoved up her butthole in, for her.
Yes, your butthole.
I mean, what else
Uh,
is going to hurt her?
I mean, there's a lot of ways.
Well, I'm not. Well, besides torturing her, like if she's in prison, she's bending down. Some girls like, ooh, and she just runs up a broom up there.
Yeah. Hey, dude, who knows, man?
Yeah,
She might, to call it, like, she might be straight up killed in prison because, I mean, it's one thing
that's
to
the thing, right?
kill an adult, but it's a whole other thing to kill your own
And
child, sort of thing. It's like, god damn.
I always wondered that in movies, and they're like, "What are you in here for?" And you're like, "Oh, I killed somebody." Oh, then like that's it. Then later on in the movie, they're beating up the guy. Oh, why are you hitting me? It's like we know why you're here. You fucking child pedophile. Like, how did you know? Who told you?
Yeah. Well, dude, honestly, you'd be surprised how scary accurate like some of those shows and movies kind of are sometimes, man. I mean, like really, like they somehow do find ways to find out, dude. It's kind of cool but scary at the same
Do they
time.
talk to the guards though? Like, are the I maybe they? I feel like they talk to the guards, right?
Oh, well, one thing I know for sure, one thing that's like the unofficial rule sort of thing, that if a male child predator, rapist, molester, whatever, right, gets booked into prison, it's the unofficial rule for the guards to tell the other inmates like, hey, that's a kid dealer, or, hey, that's a child rapist, and they're like, oh, really? And they fucking
Okay.
beat up or kill the guy.
Do you
I don't know
think that
about female prisons though. I don't know about how it is in women, like female
is
prisons.
that a is that like I'm not trying to like sympathize for a child pedophile, but like is that like legal?
Really, dude? Well, no, it's not legal. It's just something you just
No, no,
say.
no. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's like if, like, I guess I'm like the implication I'm trying to do is like, say the guy's like was in a gang, like we got a
Uh,
crip coming in, we got a crip coming in, and then all the Bloods are just like, oh yeah, that's a fucking crip, and like they rape him in the toilet.
hmm. I mean, maybe. Well, gangs are a little different because they actually kind of do announce themselves. That's
Oh
a
no,
little
let's
different.
say, let's play hypothetical, and let's say that this one gang member's like book shy, and he's like, ooh, I don't want to show the world I'm a crip. Like he's so book shy about it. And the guard like
Okay.
with a megaphone, like, "Hey everybody, he's a crip."
Mm.
Is
Uh,
that? Then if he dies, isn't that on the guard? Or is that on the?
well, no, because I mean, he only said he didn't say, "Hey, kill this guy." He just said, "Hey, this guy's a gang member." Yeah, that's it. And up to that, and up to that point, it's left up to the people. You know,
I
because I
guess.
mean, take that into a public situation. Like if like if there was a crowd of people and it said, "Hey, this guy's a child molester, and I walk away, and they do something to him, is that my fault that they did something to him? Because I didn't say, hey, attack this guy. I just said, hey, this guy's a child molester. You know?
I guess it would be your fault in a sense if you had no proof.
Okay, but okay, let's say for that hypothetical, he was the child molester.
Okay, well then in that hypothetical, then yeah, I would agree that it isn't your fault because then it's you're announcing it, but like the consequences of other people are their own consequences.
Yeah. See, no, but it wouldn't be my fault either way because I didn't tell people to do anything. I
Oh
just
yeah.
informed them. You
That's what I
know?
mean. That's what I mean. Like you're just announcing it, but like if someone wants to beat to death, that's their decision, and then they have to deal with the repercussions of that decision. If they want to like put them on citizen's arrest, then sure you can do that, but like, no, you're
I
not in
don't
the wrong.
know. I
It's
believe
just
in frontier justice every now and then. You know?
shut up, shut up. No, you don't. Shut up.
Yes, I do, man. Yes, I
So
do.
if it happened to you, if you're just at a stripes and then like a little kid goes, he touched me, and everyone's like
Whoa.
beating your ass.
Well, shit. That's just unlucky, man.
You are not okay with that.
Again. Like I said, what I said before was just like you said, just a hypothetical, right? Where I actually know the information that yes, this person's a child molester, sort of thing.
You would
You
not
know?
be okay with that. Like, would you like if that happened? Like, cause you just say you like frontier. That's frontier justice. It's like if a
Yes.
kid goes to his mommy and he's like, "Hey, he stole my candy bar," and then like his mom fucking hits you in the gut and you go, "Give me back the fucking candy bar, bitch!" And you're like, "Oh, I don't have nothing." That's frontier justice.
Not the candy bar. It's a
Like,
Snickers, please.
I'm not me when I'm hungry. Oh, thank you. So he turns out nice. Goes from a Karen to like the nicest woman on the earth.
Jesus.
It was a pervert word.
Wait. That's a good question. What is the opposite of a Karen?
The
Or
name
like
for it.
like yeah, like name wise, what would that be? Oh man, internet, make up a meme for this, man. The anti Karen.
Think of what it is. The, really googling the anti Karen, but the first thing that came out was the Antichrist.
So what you're saying is the Antichrist is more tolerable than a Karen. Then it probably be a chill person.
Do you call?
That's a sweet sounding name. Uh,
Not really, not nothing. But it says what? Yeah,
I
there's
got nothing.
no. Yeah, I got nothing. Nothing really comes up that says what a Karen. It just says what a Karen is, and all it says what is a Karen? The white lady viral nickname explained, and it just tells you a white lady that goes crazy. And like, yeah, I like it gives you like a of it. Like it's like in the 1990s they were once called Becky's, and I'm like, oh my god.
God damn it! So there's eras, huh?
Yeah,
Do you know that there was eras?
yeah.
Ooh, and I bet for like the 60s and 70s, it was probably Susan for sure. Whatever,
Susan.
Susan.
Or better yet, like 1940s Gretchen.
Oh God,
That'd be a good name. God, we got a bunch of Gretchens coming in here, folks.
Gretchen. Oh, what's a really old sounding name, or like a name you don't
Richard,
really hear? Mabel, whatever, Mabel.
Abel, Gretchen, Beth.
Gretchen.
You hear, a
Eh,
lot-
Beth is still kind of
you hear Elizabeth, not Beth.
okay. Well, okay, yeah, that's true, that's true, that's true. Okay,
Mark.
Margaret.
I was
Oh
about to say
shit, so
Margaret.
same time.
I was like, you don't hear a lot of Margarets out there.
That's true, Margaret. Goddamn, Margaret.
Um,
Yo, where's
what's up?
Chris? Chris dead?
What the name of Joe Biden's wife?
Oh fuck.
Oh, never mind. It's Jill. No, Jill. I didn't hear a lot of Jills.
Uh, nah, that's true. I guess I haven't heard a lot of Jill's either.
But I don't know. I feel like there's probably Beatrix,
Beatrix. Oh, Bellatrix.
Bernice, Bernice, Bernice.
Bernice.
Or nice. I like sounded like the guy like Keegan Michael Key. He's like, "Hey, Aaron."
Yo, is that show still going on?
Nah, it ended like, woo, dude. That ended like
Really?
15.
Oh god damn, dude! I feel so behind when it comes
See,
to TV shows, man.
dude, that was an
Uh,
old.
dude, oh,
In the
perfect
series.
examples of how behind I feel on TV shows. I didn't know that the Walking Dead was still going on, man. It's on season 10 or something like that. Jesus,
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how
It
that
like
show survived so long,
no,
man.
that show's going on so long. Um, it's ending. Guess how
Uh
much
huh.
seasons are end? It's dude. You know how ridiculous it sounds. It's the final season. It's the final trilogy season.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, let that sink in. The final trilogy season. That
Hold
means
up, hold up, hold up.
so there's gonna be 3 seasons,
Uh huh.
3 more seasons, and then it ends. So it isn't just that one season. It's the final trilogy season.
Oh, so are they kind of doing like a Sopranos thing where it's like part one, part two? Where like it's like season. Well, I mean for the Sopranos, it was season 8. But it was like a part one, part two sort of thing. I guess. Oh man. Again, dude, I don't know how that show's lasted so long, really.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like in the beginning everyone was into it because of like it was
Dude, because honestly, the first 2 seasons, they were awesome, dude. They really did a
yeah.
great job. Truly, season 3, it was
I
still
think
good. Season
I think
4,
the show really got like it was like after the season 2, it was a lot of highs and lows. Like it was a lot of ups and then downs and ups and downs and ups. You have the governor, you have Negan, and then you're where we're at now. I feel like
yeah,
we're at a point where like their viewership's so low they have to do crazy stuff. Like the last episode with Rick Ryan, last season with Michonne, and they have to do this weird, crazy spectacle stunt.
yeah.
What?
I mean, legit because I remember giving up after what's it called? After they take Terminus or some place called like that. I don't even remember too much.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was like a bus station where they were eating people, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was something like that. I remember giving up after that season. I remember if that was season 4 or 5, but I was just like, I'm getting kind of tired of the show because it's just the same thing every season where it's like, find a shelter, gets taken over or destroyed. Find a new
Yeah,
shelter, gets taken over or destroyed. The next season, it's just I'm like, dude, it's the same thing every time, man.
yeah.
So
I was.
that's why I gave up on it.
Oh yeah, I never really got into it. It's like it was like Game of Thrones until the last second to last season because every episode before then was just pretty much well, at least to me, was the same thing. It was you gain characters' trust and then they fall down. Like it was just like they were building up like, oh, we're gonna do this great thing, and something crazy would happen. They start back down the bottom and they go back up the hill. That's how I feel like Walking Dead was. Like to your point, it's just a lot of you need to go find shelter. This looks like a great place to stay at. There's these new people. Oh wait, these people are cannibals. They're slavers,
Yeah,
and they gotta fight them. And the wherever they live gets destroyed or taken over by walkers. And they're like,
yeah,
I go
exactly. Dude.
somewhere
It's just
else.
like, and so
But
and honestly, again, that's why I gave up on it because it just felt it felt badly repetitive, because like there's some things like I mean personally Game of Thrones. I mean I don't know if it was kind of like the way you said it, Game of Thrones, uh, but the way you put it, I guess personally for Game of Thrones, it was a good repetitive for me maybe, but The Walking Dead, oh, it was a bad repetitive. To the point where I literally gave up on the show. Where I was there from the very beginning, dude. Like literally when it first came out, first season, first episode. I remember I was there for it. Watched it all the way up to maybe like season 5, and then I was like, I'm good, and just completely gave up on it.
yeah, I'll be honest. I think overall, like, I'm just glad it's gonna end. 3 more
Uh,
seasons ends.
I, I thought you were kidding. I'm like, oh, part of a to
That's
call it
the final season trilogy.
yeah, the final season trilogy. I was like, what? But I guess it's called like they have to try and extract as much money as they can from it. They're like, before we kill it. Let's try and get it the
Yeah,
last bit out of it as we can. Really scrape. Not the bottom of the barrel, but drill a hole in
it's the
that
bottom of
bottom
the
of the
barrel.
barrel and scrape the cement that comes from it.
um,
Oh man. Yeah, but you
um,
know what? However it ends, as long as it ends sometime soon, because that show's gone on way too long, man.
yeah, I feel like it's lost its steam too many seasons ago, and it's still chugging on whatever little pieces of coal it's got left.
And if anything, that's it's called like what you said. Like the only time I really hear about it is when something big is gonna happen. Is this the true end of this character sort of thing? And it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. But that's it. That's like really the only time I hear about it.
Uh,
Personally.
yeah, yeah. I think they related to. They're like, we can't keep this up for long. Like if we keep doing this, we're gonna lose all our characters. People actually.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. The part we've been going for almost like an hour, 40 minutes ish.
All right. Cool.
I
You
thought
want
we
it to go
ended.
longer?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if people can handle that.
24 hours?
Wow. 24-hour podcast.
Jesus, nah, screw that. I
What,
don't know if I
what
want
would we
to.
even talk about? What would we even talk about for 24 hours?
I think at that point we would just need to do like a complete rotation where like every hour we just do some internet thing to give us a random ass topic or something. Hey, that actually wouldn't be too bad, man.
Looking at random news articles through like a generator.
Yeah, or something like that, Or like, oh shit, yeah,
We're gonna
something
bring
like
back Twitter twats, brought to you by Evan. um, thank you guys all for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, you would want to hear more. Give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our updates.
wonderful, great content, of course.
Yeah, great content. Again, my mind's running a blank because I got to do a lot right now. Um, so thank you
Sorry,
guys
folks, he's been drinking.
for drinking lots of water. You can die from that. Did you know that?
Yes, you can die from almost anything, dude. Or
Absolutely.
I mean, in terms of excess, you can die almost from anything. Yeah.
You die from excess love. Yes.
Yeah, there's a thing called smothering. Yeah.
Okay. You took it too literal. I was just hoping for a jokey answer.
Hey, you're the one that brought the mood down with that whole to call that whole docu series thing.
That was ages ago. We're here now, Danny.
Sure. Brought the whole mood down from last to child being tortured, but yeah, sure.
No, we're moving on. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, see you all next time.